Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryaṃ Karavāvahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vitveshahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So yesterday we were seeing that whatever activities which we can resolve through peaceful means, the peace, the first samadhana, that will not have any future bad effects. So it will not come and bite you later. So, na candreṇa na cauṣadhyā na sūryeṇa na vahninā sāmnaiva vilayaṃyāti vidveṣaprabhavaṃ tamaḥ. Na candreṇa na cauṣadhyā na sūryeṇa na vahninā sāmnaiva vilayaṃyāti vidveṣaprabhavaṃ tamaḥ. Vidveṣaprabhavaṃ tamaḥ, the darkness which is born out of hatred. The darkness of hatred does not get resolved through the moonlight, candreṇa na cauṣadhyā, not through the medicines, na sūryeṇa, not through the sun rays. Candreṇa, moon rays, sūryeṇa, sun rays, na vahninā, not through the fire. Sāmnaiva, it can be resolved only through the peaceful means. The hatred can be resolved only through peace. tathā yattvaṃ mantritvamabhilaṣasi, tadapyayuktam yataḥ mantrigatiṃ na vetsi. You desire the post of minister, being a minister. But you are not qualified for being a minister because you don't know what mantra is. Mantra means guhya bhashane. From the root word mantra, guhya bhashane means secret talk. Means how to resolve things in secret ways, simple ways. Yataḥ pañcavidho mantraḥ. Mantra has 5 parts. There are 5 types of activities of the secrecy of mantra of a minister. Okay, what are they? Such as first, karmaṇāmārambhopāyaḥ, puruṣadravyasampaddeśakālavibhāgo, vinipātapratīkāraḥ, kāryasiddhiśceti. These are the 5 stages of being a mantri. 5 stages of a minister should know. First is karmaṇāmārambhopāyaḥ. Karmaṇāmārambhopāyaḥ. The means, the right means to begin the karma, because many people have the starting trouble. So we need to know when to start a karma. Any activity, you have to know when to start it. If you start it at a wrong time, it is bad. If you if you start it at the right time, but the activity is not needed later, it's also no point. So if you at the right time, if you don't start, then that is also not something which is advisable. So you have to start at the right time. Okay, then even if you start things at the right time, you need to pay those people who are putting efforts. Puruṣadravyasampaddeśakālavibhāgo. You have to make money for the people to be paid. This is second. You have to know how to make that money for paying the people. And you have to divide the time space. You have to, okay, this time these things should happen. This time, this place, these things should happen. These kind of things. You need to align things with the time and space. And vinipātapratīkāraḥ. And if there is some issue while performing this, even after seeing all the time and space, everything, there is some issue, then you have to know how to resolve it, how to control it, how to fight it. Pratīkāra means to fight. So kāryasiddhiśceti, and make that activity which you started successful. You started a job and it is not successful, it is stopped in between, then there's no point in starting such a job. So you have to make sure that you complete it. Soyam svāmyamātyayorekatamasya kimva dvayorapi vinipātaḥ samutpadyate lagnaḥ. I clearly see that among the king and the minister, the Pingalaka and the Sanjeevaka. Either both or one, definitely they are going to die. I'm seeing that very clearly. tadyadi kācicchaktirasti tadvicintyatāṃ vinipātapratīkāraḥ. If you have some power, some intelligence, find a way to stop this death. How can I stop? They have already started fighting and they are shedding blood. Don't ask this question, because bhinnasandhāne mantrinam buddhi pariksha. Only in difficult times an intelligent person's intelligence is tested. Then murkha, you idiot. Tat kartum asamarthahatvam, you are not capable of doing that. Yataḥ viparīta buddhirasi, because you have a crooked, wicked brain, wicked intellect, crooked intellect. Uktancha, because it is said. What is said? Mantrinam vinnasandhāne bhinnasandhāne karmaṇi vyajyate prajñā swasthe ko va na panditaḥ. Mantrinam vinnasandhāne bhinnasandhāne karmaṇi vyajyate prajñā swasthe ko va na panditaḥ. The final line, swasthe ko va na panditaḥ, is a beautiful line. It is like a punchline, or it is like a proverb. Okay, I'll come to that later. Mantrinam vinnasandhāne, for the ministers, vinnasandhāne, in different situations. Okay, testing situations. Vilayaṃ samnipatike, for a doctor, when there is a immediate emergency. See, when you have a headache, oh, you have a headache, why don't you drink a good coffee? Okay, I have biliousness. Oh, ginger, very good. I have a little bit of cholesterol now. Cholesterol, oh, why don't you drink that goat juice every day? Is very good. In any situation, people have some advice or other. When somebody is in a very difficult situation, like he has a stroke or he has a heart attack or that, now you say some medicine. No one has a. Let us take him to doctor. So the doctor, even when it's a serious situation, should not be wavering. He should be able to take a proper decision at that point of time. That is where his expertise is. Karmaṇi vyajyate prajñā. In those situations, prajñā, his intellect, is used. Swasthe ko va na pandita. When everything is okay, who is not a learned one? Who is not a wise one? Everyone is a wise one. Like in India, we have this cricket, right? So while playing cricket, a wrong ball goes to the stump. It is called out, meaning that player goes out of the field. He cannot play further. Okay. Now, a good ball goes into the stumps and this fellow gets out. This fellow means we are talking about a very famous player, let us say. So, or in football, like the ball goes to the goal post. Oh, idiot. He should have jumped to the right. He should have jumped to the left. Like that, here also in cricket, he should have square cutted. He should have pulled the pull shot, and all these advices, these fellows looking at this TV screen will do. But they would have not even played a single worthy game. They would have played only in the streets. These fellows are not street players. They have gone beyond that. They have gone to clubs. They have gone to state, national level, international level cricket they are playing. In that situation, they took a decision which didn't pay. If it paid, it would have paid. Then, oh, beautiful stroke. See, armchair critics, they are always like that. So, swasthe ko va na panditaḥ, armchair critics are always wise because they are not in the situation, right? So, we should not be worried about these idiots. Anyacha, there is another thing. Ghātayitum eva nechaḥ parakaryam veti nat prasadhitum pātayitum eva shaktirna koho uddhartum annapitam. Ghātayitum eva nechaḥ parakaryam veti na prasadhitum pātayitum eva shaktihi na akhaḥ uddhartum annapitam. Beautiful. Nechaḥ parakaryam ghātayitum eva veti na prasadhitum. A cheap fellow, a cheap person, Nietzsche means a very cheap person, knows only to destroy others' job, whatever he is performing, that only to destroy that activity he knows, not to make him complete the task, not to help him to get the job done. They don't have this strength. They only know, the wicked people, the bad people, they only know how to disturb, how to trouble the others. Like, give an example. Like, uruhu, akah, the rat, it knows annapitam patayitumeva shakti na uddhartam. It knows to push the food vessel, not to place it properly. It doesn't have the strength to pick it and place it in the proper, wherever it was there, wherever it was kept. It doesn't have the strength, but it has the strength to push it down. So the bad people only have the strength to destroy activities, not to help them to complete the activities. Otherwise, न ते दोषोऽयं स्वामिनो दोषः यः ते वाक्यं श्रद्धाति. Otherwise, let me say, it's not your defect. No, wait. It is the king's defect, because he listens to you. It is not your problem, it's the king's problem. It's because that idiot is listening to you. Uktancha, because it is said, Naradhipa nicha jananuvartinah budhopatishthena tathā na yanti ye vishantyato durgama margam nirgamam samasta sambadham anartha panjaram. Naradhipa nicha jana anuvartinah buddha upadishtena patha na yanti ye vishanti atah durgama marga nirgamam samastavadam anartha panjaram. Okay. Naradhipah, a king. Nicha jana anuvartina, one who follows the wicked people, bad people. Buddha upadishtena patha na ye na yanti, one who does not travel in the path laid by the wise men. A king, one who does not tread the path of wise men, but only follows the advice of stupid idiots, wicked people, cunning people. Vishanti, they will get destroyed. Because they are led in a durgama marga. They are traveling in a very difficult path. Samasta sambadham, which has a lot of obstacles. Anartha panjaram, and very many troubles. tadyadi tvam asya mantri bhavishyasi tada anyopi kaschit asya samipe sadhujanah samipyati kaschit na samipyati. So if you become a minister, then I dread that situation. No good person will go to that minister. Uktancha, because it is said, gunalayopyasan mantri nripatirnajigamyate prasannasvadu salilah dushtapraho yathaḥ. Gunalayo api asan mantri nripatihi na ajigamyate prasannasvadu salilah dushtapraha yathaḥ. Gunalayo api nripatihi. Even the nripati means the king. Even though the king is guna alaya, gunanam alaya, he is the alaya is a word used for temple. Okay, but alaya is also a place. Though, because this is the word used for, see, Shastralayam, our channel itself is Shastralayam, Shastranam Alayam, temple of Shastra, but it is actually the seat of Shastra, Sthanam. Okay, now there is also called Shauchalaya. Shauchalaya means, Shaucha means to clean. Alaya means a temple of cleaning. Do we call the bathroom a temple of cleaning? No. The place for cleaning. Okay, so the place for urinating, etc. That is called a Shauchalaya. Now, so Shuchi Shauche. So Shaucha means to purify, a place where you cleanse yourself. So Dingas, sthana, a place. So even though the king is a place of good character, still asan mantri na ajigamyate. If his mantris are, if his ministers are, if he is surrounded by bad ministers, then no one will approach him. Like what? Yatha prasanna swadu salilah hridah dushtaprāha. Like a pond or a river which has a very good water, it's a very good sweet water, but if the path is not proper, then who will approach that water place? Tathā, therefore, shishta janarahitasya swāminopi nāsho bhavishyati. So even a king who does not have a proper trustworthy person, he will get destroyed. Shishta jana means here trustworthy person, a person who knows what to do, how to do, when to do. So, chit uktancha, because it is said. What is said? Chitra aswada kathair bhrutyair anayasita kamukaihi ye ramante nrupastesham ramante repavashriya. Chitra aswada kathaihi bhrutyaihi anayasita kamukaihi ye ramante nrupaha tesham ramante repavah shriyaha. Very good. Chitra aswada kataihi. Ye ramante, one who is involved in chitra aswada kataihi, a very beautiful stories. Okay, bhruttehi, in the servants. Anayasita kamukaihi, one who is involved in the sensorial pleasures and not practicing the art of war. Like asi means the sword, or it can any weapons. Okay, any weapon. One who has not practiced the art of using the weapons. Nripaha, those kings. These fellows will be involved in that. But Ripavaha, the enemies, are happy about this king. Not the king himself. Shriya Ramante. They are happy. They enjoy the wealth of the enemies, enjoy the wealth of this king. Because whenever they want, they can go and loot it. Tat kim murkhopadeshena kevalam dosho na gunaha. What is the point of preaching an idiot? It will only beget defects. There is no good thing which will come out of it. That's why casting the pearls in front of swine, they say, right? That is what it is. What is the point in teaching a idiot? Teaching a stupid. Uktancha, because it is said, Nanamyam namate daru nashpanisyat kshurakriya suchi mukha vijanihi na shishyaya upadishyate. Na anamyam namate daru na ashmani syat kshurakriya suchi mukha vijanihi na ashishyaya upadishyate. Na anamyam daru namate. A stick which cannot be bent does not bend. It will break, not bend. Na ashpani syat shurakriya. Shurakriya, shaving, cannot be done with ashma. Ashma means stone. Shaving cannot be done with stone. What do you say? Na shishya upadishyate. You should not teach a person who is not a disciple. Suchi mukha vijanihi. Understand this from the suchi mukha. Suchi mukha means one who has a beak like a needle. Okay. Understand this from him. Damanaka. Until now, Damanaka was like, Karataka was blasting him. So he is like, Damanaka is like that. And then suddenly, when he says, understand this from the story of Suchi mukha, he lifts his head up and says, Kathametad. Who is that? So, Braveed Karataka tells Damanaka Katha 17, the 17th story. Asti kasminchit parvat ekadeshe vanarayutham. In some part of the hill, there is a group of Vanara means monkeys. There is a group of monkeys. Vanara Yutha Mukyam, there is a Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadye. There is a shloka which says, Vanara Yutha Mukhyam, one who is the head among the important, the prime, the head among the group of monkeys. That Shri Ramadutam, one who is the messenger of Shri Rama, Sharanam Prapadye, I surrender to him. I take his refuge. So, Hanuman. So, Vanara Yutham means the group of monkeys. They lived under this in one side of the forest, mountain. Okay. Tathā kadādita hemanta samaye ati kathora vāta samsparsha depamana kalevaram tushara varshodhata pravarsha ghana dhara nipāta samahatam na katanchite shantim agamata. Big words, but it's a beautiful word. Tacha kadāchita hemanta samaye, during the hemanta ritu. It's a kind of rainy season. Okay. Now, ati kathora vata sansparsha, ati kathora, very strong. Vata, wind, very strong wind. Sansparsha, because it is hitting you, it is touching you, because of the touch of a very strong wind. Vepamana kalevaram, their whole body is trembling. Vepamana means to tremble, to shiver. Their whole body is shivering. Tushara varsha uddhata pravarsha ghanadhara nipāta samahatam, and they were hurt by very strong rains. It was raining cats and dogs, they say, no, the heavy rains. Ghanadhara, heavy rains. So they were beaten by heavy rains. Over and above, it was very windy. So they were trembling. Na katanchita shantim agamat. They didn't have any respite from that. Acha kechit vanaraha vannikana sadrushani gunja falani avachintya vannivaṃyāti phūt kurvantah samanta tastuhu. Some among these, some monkeys, when they see you act, they will immediately follow suit. So, like when they see you how you open the tap, they will open the tap. That is why every set of taps will have a lever here. Because if you leave it, if you don't put on the lever, if you don't switch off the lever, then they will open the tap and your water will be wasted. So here they have seen human beings collecting wood and setting it on fire and sitting around it for getting respite from cold. So some monkeys among them, vannikana sadrushani, that which is similar to sparks of or small fire, gunja falani. The seed of fruit called gunja phala. It will be reddish major and a blackish minor. It's an egg kind of small egg kind of. Okay, so the seed will be small egg kind of. Major portion will be red and a minor portion will be black. So they use it for making the eyes and all for statues. Anyway, they also use this for measuring gold, silver, etc. That's what they used to. Now, avachintya, thinking that this seed is a fire, thinking so, vannivaṃyāti, for the desire for having fire, phūt kurvantah samanta tastuhu. They started sitting around these seeds which they have collected, and they started blowing on that seed to get fire. Atha suchi mukha nama pakshi. Now enters the suchi mukha, the bird called suchi mukha. So he enters. He is sitting there. Teshantam vrithāyāsam avalokya pravacha. So that bird saw these idiots a useless job, and it started saying, it was giving an advice without being asked for. Only when you are asked, you open your mouth. That is what is the idea here. It says, Bho, sarve murkha, you are all idiots. Okay. Nayate vannikanaha, these are not fire sparks. Gunja falani yatani, these are seeds of gunja fruit. Tat kim vritha prayas shramena, why are you wasting your energy here? na yatasmat shitaraksha bhavishyati. You will not find any respite from the cold with this. Tad anvishitam kaschit nirvato vanapradeshah guhava girigandramba. Find some place in the forest where you don't have this much of wind, or find a cave, or some under some rock. Okay, so place some under some rock. Adyapi satoho megha drishyante, because I see even today it's going to rain heavily. That's what I see. Atha tesham ekatamo vruddhavanarah atam vacha. When you give some advice, free advice, then people who are smart, they don't like it. So this old people, they think they are very smart always. So because you don't know what the world I have seen enough of world. The world you have seen has gone by. Now the kids, we are all old people. Now we cannot compete with the kids nowadays. They're so smart. So tesham, that we have to understand. When the old people like us, when they understand it, then everything will be peaceful. Tesham ekatama vruddhavanarah. One among this, one old monkey among this, Tamvacha told that bird, "Oh murka, you idiot! Kim tavanena vyaparena tadgamyatam. What is your job here? Go." Uktancha, it is said, muhurvignitakartmanam dyutakaram parajitam nālāpayed vivekajñah idi ched siddhim atmanah. Muhurvignitakarmanam dyutakaram parajitam na ālāpayed vivekajñah idi ched siddhim atmanah. Idi siddhim atmana ichet. If you desire goodness, well-being for yourself, na vivekajñah nālāpayed. An intelligent person should not start conversation with these people. Who? Muhurvignita kartvanam. A person whose job is always, there is always an obstacle for the job he begins. With him, you should not start a conversation. Dyutakaram, a person who plays gambling. With him, you should never start a conversation. Parajitam, and a person who has lost, you should not start a conversation, because there is no point. They are not going to listen to you. Tathā. Similarly, akhetakam vrutha klesham mūrkham vyasana sansthitam ālāpayati yo mūಢah sagacchati parabhavam. If you want well-being for yourself, don't talk with them. But if you are an idiot, if you talk with them, you are an idiot. What will happen to you? Akhetakam vrutha klesham mūrkham vyasana sansthitam ālāpayati yo mūಢah sagacchati parabhavam. Akhetakam, a hunter. Vrutha klesham, a person who is a troublemaker. Mūrkham, an idiot, a stupid. Vyasana sansthitam, one who is always under pressure or thoughts. Yo mūಢah ālāpayati, an idiot who starts a conversation with him. Sa gacchati parabhavam, he will lose. It is like having a wrestling match with a pig. Whether the pig wrestles with you or you wrestle with the pig, the only one who is going to enjoy it is the pig, because it is like a massage to it. So similarly, if you start a conversation with these people, you are the one who is going to lose, not them. We'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.